Moses was born during a time when the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt under the rule of the Pharaoh. Because the Israelite population was growing, Pharaoh ordered that all Hebrew baby boys be killed to control their numbers. Moses' mother, Jochebed, in an effort to save him, placed him in a basket and set him adrift on the Nile River. The basket was discovered by Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted Moses and raised him as her own, in the palace of the Egyptian king. Though Moses was raised as Egyptian royalty, he was aware of his Hebrew heritage. One day he witnessed an Egyptian slave master beating a Hebrew. In anger, Moses killed the Egyptian and, fearing for his life, fled into the desert of Midian. There he married Zipporah, the daughter of Jethro, a Midianite priest, and became a shepherd. While tending sheep on Mount Horeb, also known as Mount Sinai, Moses encountered God in the form of a burning bush that was not consumed by the fire. God called Moses to lead the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, revealing his name as, "I am who I am, Yahweh." Despite Moses' initial reluctance, citing his inability to speak eloquently, God reassured him and appointed his brother Aaron to speak on his behalf. Moses returned to Egypt and, with Aaron, demanded that Pharaoh let the Israelites go. Pharaoh refused, and God sent 10 plagues upon Egypt, each more devastating than the last. The final plague, the death of the firstborn, led to the institution of the Passover. After the death of his own firstborn son, Pharaoh finally relented, allowing the Israelites to leave Egypt. However, Pharaoh soon changed his mind and pursued them. At the Red Sea, God parted the waters, allowing the Israelites to pass through on dry ground, but the waters closed in on Pharaoh's army, drowning them. After their escape, Moses led the Israelites to Mount Sinai, where God made a covenant with them. There, Moses received the 10 Commandments on stone tablets, which outlined moral and religious laws for the people to follow. While Moses was on the mountain, the Israelites grew impatient and built a golden calf to worship, leading Moses to break the tablets in anger. He later ascended the mountain again to receive a new set of tablets from God. As the Israelites neared the promised land, Canaan, God informed Moses that he would not enter it due to a moment of disobedience when he struck a rock to bring forth water instead of speaking to it as God commanded. Before his death, Moses viewed the promised land from Mount Nebo and gave a series of farewell speeches, recorded in the book of Deuteronomy, encouraging the Israelites to remain faithful to God. Moses died at the age of 120, and God buried him in a secret place in the land of Moab. Moses is revered as a prophet, lawgiver, and the leader who brought the Israelites out of Egyptian slavery. His life's work culminated in the Exodus, the foundational event in the history of Israel, which shaped the identity of the Jewish people. Moses is also credited with writing the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, which are central to Jewish and Christian tradition.